Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. On the show today, we have Mike. Mike, welcome to the show. Mike Hagberg, he's the CEO of Xcel Software, and glad to have you today.
Hey, great to be here as well. Like you said, I'm Mike Hagberg, CEO of Xcel Software. As a company, we help companies to, especially construction tech companies, to leverage their data in building beautiful reports. We also have an AI tool that we've partnered with that helps us to allow customers to ask any question of their data. And that's one arm of our business. We have three arms. The second arm is really helping implement ERP solutions for customers. And the third arm is an AI software that helps facilitate communication between office and field relationships.
Cool. So, what was the market gap that you saw, Mike?
Yeah, great question. So I started working on my very first project that got me to this point about 12 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 10 years ago. I'm not exactly sure. But my brother owns a fencing company out in Tacoma, Washington. And so I've been helping him ever since he bought that business with his technical aspects of the company. And one of the things we did early on was build a app using Meteor.js, which was super popular at the moment. Not so popular not right now, but back then it was a really new and upcoming software, a technology, and built an app that allowed him to track his customers and his projects as they progressed. And he really was interested in not only timekeeping, but taking pictures of each job so that he could verify like the progress and help his customers. So that was the original conception that I started to morph. So this happened. I lost my job at Pathpoint in August. So I had two daughters getting married. So I had one daughter that had just gotten married and we just finished her wedding. The other daughter was going to be married in the next 20 days. And I met with my CEO and he decided, that it wasn't working out and things needed to change a little bit. And so we amicably agreed to move on. And at that moment, I started thinking, okay, what can I do? I don't want to go work for another company. I really want to start my own business. And so I really wanted to build an AI software. So we put a lot of time and effort into building the software. I built it in Flutter, and I was using my brother again as our first beta customer. But along the way, we partnered with Server Nova, who does a lot of hosting for Sage 100 contractor customers, and they had a big need for reporting in that product. So it really, part of being a startup is being adaptable and being able to adjust to opportunities as they come to you. And so we were trying to do both, and we were gauging how to do that. And ultimately, it came down to money, and it cost a lot of money to build an app. And so I paused development on our AI app that we were building for communication between field and office relationships, and really started focusing on our data side as well as our Odoo side that we had already committed some manpower and effort into. So those two are primarily the two sources of our revenue. And again, the Odoo opportunity came to us because of other relationships. And so again, just being opportunistic and being able to take advantage of opportunities that were in front of us to really leverage that growth. So you ask like, what was the business plan? Pretty much not what we're doing right now, but we did see good opportunity in business in data development and being able to help create BI tools, especially for the construction tech industry, which has a very slow tech adoption rate, but they are starting to see, a lot of AI things. I see so much AI innovation going on. It does let them have more curiosity and more desire to adopt some of the new technologies that are out there. So we found a lot of success in presenting that to them.
Great, great. Very insightful. So, just a question that what steps did you do to make them aware of AI and technology and have them adopt, like, especially in the construction company, right? You said that they are not tech savvy and it's hard to have them see the ROI that gets off it, right? So, but how did you handle that?
Yeah, so for us, it came down to picking, again, a very, very small market that we're starting to grow our business in, and we hope to expand that into lots of other markets. But the market we picked had a older product called Sage 100 Contractor, built in the 90s, and its reporting capabilities are pretty limited, and you have to hire someone to do any custom reporting inside of Sage 100 Contractor. And so a lot of these companies were already trying to build reports, and the report writing capabilities in it are pretty limited. And so we had companies, like I said, reaching out to us saying, we need this report. I'm spending 20 hours a month to write this report. can you write it for me faster? If so, how? And so that's how we first, picked this market, was because there was a need there. And then we just ran after that need.
What was just some of the challenges that you faced finding a new client or expanding your business to newer markets?
Yeah, it's surprisingly difficult. And I'm sure that's why you're asking. Surprisingly difficult. And I'm sure that's why you're asking the question, right? So we are fortunate that we have the context through our partnership with with Servanova. They host about 500 companies that use Sage 100 Contractor. So
Okay.
most of our clients have come through that relationship,
Okay.
and we're trying to, leverage that already built relationship of trust and say,
Okay.
hey, we're a partnership with them, so we run after those 500. But to your point, we've already kind of hit some of the thresholds of that 500, because of the 500, there's just a certain number of people that aren't going to be interested. They're too small, or just don't return your calls because they're busy. And that's just another really interesting aspect of construction,
Yeah.
especially spring to summer. They're so busy. They're actually out there working. They're the lifeblood of America, right? They're the ones that are truly you know, delivering real value to the consumers in America. And that takes a lot of time and effort. And so for a lot of these companies, they don't have time to sit down and actually refine their businesses and make them better. And even if they do, they've been burned by so many other companies that, make all these outlandish promises of like, oh, adopt our software, we'll save you so much time and so much money. And they only get burned so many times before it's like, nope, I'm just gonna put my head down and work harder, regardless of if there is a better way out there to do it. It's not worth the time to figure it out. So it is a steep challenge. And so for us, it's been a lot of phone calls, emails are difficult to get through because they get blocked a lot, especially most of these companies use Office 365. And if you send a link at all, that's going to go directly to spam. So you have to be really careful about how you send your emails. And
Yeah.
even then, do they read them? Even then, do they read them? Are you still going to their spam folder? So honestly, is how we've been mostly marketing our business.
Thank you for sharing that. I know we touched briefly high level that how, what are your product fit for using AI and and if you can talk a little bit in more depth on your three arms that how you're leveraging AI.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, of course, we use it daily in our development. If you're not taking advantage of AI agents, or Copilot, or just asking ChatGPT or Gemini, or in any of the other ones, Anthropic, if you're not diving in and asking questions and using agents, then you're not really leveraging the power of AI as a software engineering. So we're definitely doing all that. And then we've tried to introduce AI as much as we can in our products as well. So in the Odoo side, we really haven't done a lot of implementation of AI ourselves inside of the market. I know Odoo's growing that in their own product, that they're trying to add additional AI features. But for us in our data Excel project, it's been really exciting. Recently, we've partnered with a company that's their name is Turnless AI, and they've built an AI product that we are now working out the details of that partnership. And so it's still a new partnership for us, but we plan to support their product so that they can focus on building out the AI tool, as well as we're going to be leveraging them as our preferred AI partner. We've integrated their AI software inside of our Data Excel offering. So this gives us the opportunity to really use an AI command prompt to build a report by simply saying, hey, build me a WIP report, or build me an over under billing report, or show me a balance sheet. And the AI tool is really good in the fact that it'll go and look at all the reports that we've already built. It goes and looks at our data warehouse, and it'll go and look at the metadata, and then actually build a really sophisticated and pretty amazing report with several joins, lots of like coalesce statements that make sure the data is actually going to show up and not just return null values. It's doing a really good job mimicking what we've done in our other reports.
Excellent. So do you use your own custom LLM or you use you pass the prompt to ChatGPT or Claude or something like that?
Yeah, so Churnless AI is passing it to, uh,
You use that product.
yep, yeah.
So they're passing it to ChatGPT.
Yeah, right now they're passing it to one of the AIs. I'm not sure which one they're actually using.
Okay, got you. Cool. What are your plans for the next 12 months and like how do you plan to expand?
Yeah, for us right now, we are really trying to expand in a couple of ways. We feel like we've built a really good product. We've spent a lot of time in the last quarter automating that product. So, for example, we've built out a DBT infrastructure that allows us to quickly, and efficiently make changes to our data warehouse that can be automated with more automated testing. So we have better reliability in the data that we're producing for our customers. We also automated all of our deployment processes. So we use Metabase as a visual front end. So we've automated the creation and the housing of that Metabase all in AWS so that we can quickly stand up a new instance just with a few commands. We've also spent a lot of time just refining our offering. So we've built about 200 reports in our data warehouse, in our visualization tool that hits our data warehouse and several dashboards that can
Gotcha.
be reused by any customer. So our focus this quarter really was perfecting our offering. And so with that, perfecting of the offering, our goal in the next quarter is really hit the sales extremely hard and expand our number of customers to our Sage Runner contractor customer base, leveraging our AI offering that we hope that we can really grab attention and get people to see the value of our offering with that. And then of course, our built-in reports. So it's really this growth in our current segment that we're really going to try to do this next quarter. Long term, in the next 3 years, our goal is to expand to additional markets so we can build out data warehousing for it with other partnerships that we're leveraging. We have a couple other in the works as well with other businesses, some third-party customer or third-party tooling for products like Sage Runner Contractor that we want to leverage that relationship to offer our services as a symbiotic relationship to grow
Yeah.
in other segments. We
Yeah.
have this partnership with Seamless AI as well that we're planning to leverage as being their support partners so that we can grow into other areas of business. And like I was referencing earlier, I think the hardest part about acquisition and getting new customers is that you have that threshold of trust that you have to overcome when you're dealing with a brand new customer that you just can't get from a single phone call or a single email. But when you can have these other partnerships and other relationships that we're trying to build, especially that are symbiotic, that we can really help each other, then now we're strengthening their offering and they're strengthening our offering. And it's a much easier sell because there's already trust either on one side or the other.
Yeah. Yep. So you're saying that through their network and through your network, it's kind of a mutually helps each other, right? Very interesting.
Yep. Yeah, we already have customers as far east as see Florida. I think is about as far east as you can go. So but we don't have much in the north east, but we have several customers in Florida. We have customers in Tennessee, customers in Utah, customers in California.
Okay. Cool. When did you start this? You said?
So the offering for Data Excel, our first offering was about this time last year. I think we closed our first client. I think it was either October or late September last year was the very first client we signed up.
And then when there's AI, then there's data privacy needed. They're ensuring that there is data secured. So that's also another interesting area in AI, right? Like how we can use AI, but still at the same time protect our customer information, our own information.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things, well, starting with just our data, right? So our offering for Data Excel, the data never leaves your server. The only time it does is when it goes to Metabase, which is encrypted in transit. And so it's going to be displayed on a secure website that is, HTTPS, and it's going to be locked down and secure so that all that data is secure. The data that we build in the data warehouse literally lives on the same server that they're already hosted on. So that data never leaves your server. That's for our side. And then for the AI side, when the AI agent that is using Turnless AI is using to go get the data to make the reports, it's only really pulling metadata. It's not pulling the data from their software directly. So it's just saying, hey, what do these table structures look like? What is the reports that we've already built? What do their SQL look like? So you're not actually pulling any data from the
Right.
table directly. And so
Yeah.
we're able to keep the data secure that way as well.
Yeah. And mostly it is passed as a generic prompt, right? And then you tune your data based on the prompt reply and then integrate it. So it's not getting actually passed to the AI. Thank you for those insights, Mike. So if the audience would like to learn more about you and about your company, what are the best social channels to reach you at?
Yeah. So Xcel.software. So XCEL.software is our website. They can email me if they have any questions or want to get to know me better at Mike at Xcel.software. Then there's also, you can reach us on our website. Our phone number's on there as well. So they can contact us if they want to learn more about our software. I'll find me on LinkedIn, and it's just Mike Hagberg is my profile page name.
Sure. Thanks for sharing that with the audience. It was great talking to you today. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe for more contents like this. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks.